right. Welcome to a new podcast of Boots on the Ground Ready. I'm your host, Mr. Chad. And across from me in this beautiful Winston room is what we call it. I have your other host, Mr. Carl.
Love the views here, man. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It
A lot
is.
different than the dungeon we were in back in the old building.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a lot better view than from my office, too. I do it
feel like-
virtually.
I kind of feel like fake important now.
Yeah.
We got a marble tabletop.
Yeah, from Africa.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's the stairs.
Oh,
the wooden
freak. Where's this even from? Is this real?
It's
got
from
to
the
be real.
quarry in Ocala.
Oh, yeah. You dug it up from the quarry. You know what? Hey, oh, God, see, I told you, don't even get me started.
That's right.
There's a quarry here in Gainesville. We were talking about it the other day with my friends. They came down. We used to jump. I forgot where it's at, but I think it's in Jonesville. It's really big. We drove past it in college when we went here. We used to jump into the quarries all the time. Is every quarry the same, like just real big, deep with water, or is it?
I would guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll ask our VIP guests today.
Yeah. See if they did any diving
they have that
into
zip
quarries.
line up in Ocala.
Yeah.
Have you done that? That's all through quarries.
Have not. We were supposed to go snorkeling in the cave in Williston. Have you heard of that? It got canceled because of weather, but we were supposed to go yesterday.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should check it out. All right. No rabbit holes for me today. We're going to hop right in. We have some guests. Actually, we got a full room of guests. So I'll let Carl take it over and introduce them.
Yeah, we're excited to have these guests and have a conversation. We have Katerina Garavito. Did I say that right?
Garavito. Yes.
Garavito. How about that? She's the Director of Enterprise Accounts for Esquire Solutions. They partner with Tower Hill and some of their business. I'll let her describe exactly what they do, but it has a lot to do with technology on the court reporting side and depositions and things like that, and evidence procurement, I think, and things like that. But we'll let her talk more on it. We also have, David, you say your last name for me. We can hear you.
There's multiple ways of pronouncing it.
Okay.
Depending on my audience with the Real, or you can say it after that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you were waiting for me to butcher it. I know, man. You were like sitting back thinking.
Either way, no, he can't pronounce.
That's right.
I went to FSU. My professors there will butcher it. I butcher it. They'll ask me, "Did you say it right? Did I say it right?" I'm like, "Sure, Judge, you did."
That's so funny. And you're with who, David?
With Cioli Alexander Pino, we're a insurance defense firm down in Miami, Florida.
Excellent. Very cool.
Miami.
Yep. And then we have Katerina's son, Adriano, right? I forget. I was going to say Adrian, but it's Owen at the end, right? Very cool. And you're a senior in high school? What high school are you going to? Very cool. And most likely headed to FSU for the risk management program. Yeah, he's insurance obsessed and career open-eyed for it, which is kind of unusual. So we can get into that a little bit too, because we always say, how'd you get into an insurance job? It's like I fell into it. Not many people go to study the risk management insurance. It's a little niche that people don't know about. So
senior, man, you got it all planned out already. When I was a senior, it was like football was over, and I was like, I guess I go to college now.
I looked at his website, and we'll get into that with him too. But very professionally done. We just had our interns present their Lean Six Sigma final project. You want to talk about impressive speaking skills, and these kids are unbelievable.
Where are they from? Well,
you and I were doing orbits in our car around the neighborhood drinking beer, and these kids are Lean Six Sigma black belts.
Wow, that's crazy.
They get their green belts when they're here, and then they can.
I was going to say a black belt already, and they're not even graduating.
Yeah, no,
I know it consists of a black belt, man. That's crazy.
Tyler is, but no, that Lean Six Sigma is prevalent here. Our CEO and president, Kirk Law, came from Geico, and I guess that was really robust at the Geico. But it's done a lot of good here. We've done a lot of good things with it.
You guys had a lot of UF kids that came.
Yeah, we had some, but there was a good mix. Okay. There was a good mix. We had some in this office, so we're in our lateral headquarters here. We have an office in West Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh, that's right next to me.
I didn't even know that. We could have actually, we probably could have come down. I didn't even think of that, but for next time.
For sure.
Exactly.
Okay. Put that on the calendar.
We have an office in Dallas, and we have an office in Kentucky. We closed our Ohio office. So we're in Florida, specifically, where, we have 480,000 homeowner policies in Florida, I believe it is. And then our other product is called Tower Hill Specialty. That's everything outside of Florida. We used to have like 22, but we reduced it to 9. So we're in 9 footprints, pretty much along the eastern border and the Gulf states, because we're really good at cat events and cat responses. And you can thank that
Yeah.
gentleman there, because that's his
Check.
expertise, and everyone reports into him for that. But
My reports.
All his meteorology reports.
That's
They're-
right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I get some more out there. It's just so freaking slow.
hopefully not that, because we don't want hurricanes or we don't want
Yeah.
anything coming up.
I know. But Bluegrass Insurance Management wants the claims to come in, because that's their
I do
work.
too.
So it's a double-edged sword.
Keep them busy,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
it's
So
a double-edged
I
sword.
love a good storm.
Yeah.
I love a good storm.
But claims otherwise down. I think, across carriers, like 20% this year off a claim decline of almost like 17%
All
last
the
year.
reform.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We were talking earlier about how the legislation really reduced, and just incredibly, just a steep dive, and so now it's affecting claims. So, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just the approach on how we file claims too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
People are going to get a little bit more crafty, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, reporting claims, at least during the catastrophe event, it's changed dramatically. When I first came here, it was, we probably get within the first 2 weeks, we probably get, 30% of the total volume that would come in, because it would be phone calls, right? And call in, the F and OL, and you get your claim and blah, blah, blah. Now you got quick response, you got agent, you've got your portal, you got your app,
Like the
and
little
you got
chat
call
bots.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're getting like 75% of the total volume in the first 2 weeks. Maybe not 70, but 60%. It's still it doubled. It's crazy how fast the claims come in. It's insane.
Automation has enhanced that a lot as well.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to do.
I see that on the SIU side of things with that team that's under me. It's actually probably more than the adjuster referrals we get with our machine learning models and our automated fraud scoring and things like that. So, well, enough about us, Katerina. Let's talk about Esquire solutions and things like that. But tell us a little about yourself, your background.
Yeah. So I actually, I fell into this space like we were talking about. I was not like my son who's got a plan. I was a high school biology teacher for 6 years before entering this world. But I ended up working at Esquire for court reporting of all things, and then partnering directly with insurance companies. And as you can imagine, the court reporting space has evolved a lot with technology, as you mentioned. And we still have stenographers that set their steno machines up, but technology has definitely played a role in how we're capturing the record and creating efficiencies for, just the speech to text diarization. There is more AI involved in like the post part of a proceeding. Still the professional in the room capturing the record, typing everything down, but afterwards there's a quick turnaround time for some AI summaries.
Yeah.
And just being able to clip snips of things and keyword search for stuff, and be able to communicate directly with your adjuster. If you're an outside counsel firm trying to summarize the proceeding right afterwards, they can just immediately send the little clip to the adjuster. The adjuster gets that perspective as if they were in the room during the deposition. Exactly. So there's a lot of cool technology there that I've gotten a chance to not be a part of, but to see evolve, which in the legal space, it takes some time for things to change. But now I think the whole world is starting to catch on with like just in general.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. I encourage it with the teams. We have no process here in Tower Hill, but the use of AI and automation, of course, for different things like that. But the large language models like ChatGPT and Copilot and Claude and all that, what have you. Double-edged sword, but I encourage it with my team. The biggest thing I say is use your own words, learn your writing style, let ChatGPT correct it, but learn from that. You know what I mean?
I love ChatGPT.
Yes, exactly.
The way we use AI is we treat it like a law firm. It's not going to do the work for you.
Yeah, right.
Or, it doesn't work for you, but you input all the information, you put it in your writing, you put it and let it correct the mistakes.
Yeah.
Just don't let it do everything for you.
Yep, exactly.
That's
what
my
I tell my
daughter.
kids as well.
She does it.
Yeah.
She sent me a text the other day to kind of, I guess, present her case on why she shouldn't be grounded and her phone shouldn't be taken and why she should be able to drive and go to this place. And she sent me this log text. It is totally.
It wasn't a PowerPoint.
I wrote her back. I was like, I like the way you wrote that, but I'm more than certain Chat GPT.
You got to learn how to manipulate it. Take the bold away. Take the dashes.
All these big words. I was like, come on.
You know, it's funny because people tell me all the time, you know, isn't there technology that can take over court reporting? Why do you still have people actually capturing the record? And I try to explain it, you know, there's a lot of reasons why we still have a professional in the room capturing the record, obviously being the officer of the court. But now that Adriano started the Humans of Insurance and he's been doing interviews on executives and he's, you know, putting the speech to text diarization that you know, from the interviews. And on TikTok, you know, you just click and it auto does it for you, the AI. Well, thank goodness we review what it's saying.
That's important.
He did an interview with someone and it auto generated a term that I can't say on this podcast.
Freaking TikTok.
And what the insurance executive said was master of all trades, but it said mass something else.
Oh, gotcha.
Masturbate?
Yeah.
But you know how like TikTok does like the big blurby word.
That's
and
so
it was
funny.
like in big yellow highlight. Boom.
It took that word. It was like, I'm going to emphasize this one.
Amplified it.
We're even hashtagging it.
No, it literally it was
just that.
It was just the word. And I immediately was appalled and traumatized. And I said, Adriano, this is why, one, you proofread everything.
Yep.
Two, I mean, you use AI like Google. Just because you Googled it doesn't mean that that's what it is. It's just referencing you to another point.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to continue to do your research. So I think that everyone just giving all faith into AI is no different than giving all faith into spell check.
No, exactly right.
Just because it auto-corrected your work. I wasn't trying to write duck.
Right.
I really was trying to write.
Exactly.
Why are you auto-correcting me to duck?
That won't let you change it.
No, it won't even let me change it. So in some cases it works and some it doesn't. So yes, with court reporting, I think that's a really good point. And then it made me proud for a moment there that I do work for Esquire, where I could say, yeah, we have professionals for a reason. Look at AI.
Yeah.
As smart as it is, as intuitive as it is, all the things, it's not perfect. Humans aren't perfect, but at least we can create that. We're that subjectivity piece.
Yeah.
We're that gray area piece, the human element where, you know, the black and white just, it's the foundation, maybe the 75%.
Yeah.
And then we'll come in and.
Yeah. And you're seeing, you know, states and businesses and things like that always want some type. If there's a decision to be made, it can't be AI. You got to have some type of human eyes on it and things like that. As they're building out that auto product, we're learning that they wanted to do some initial, not coverage decisions, but if the policy actually had an exclusion for it or not at the beginning of the chat GPT, the chat box and all that stuff. And you can't just do that. They can't say, sorry, you don't have coverage here and have a bot determine that. You know what I mean?
I'd be curious on how long that'll actually last.
We could arrest them for unlicensed adjusting if they made that decision. We can arrest the AI. How cool would that be?
Oh,
that's part of the whole thing. It's who's liable for this product?
Very
Is
true.
it the company? Is it the you can't incriminate a robot? You know,
has anyone started a insurance company where it's insuring companies from AI?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
I was thinking about that when I was thinking about
You're opening your brokerage.
AI insurance,
like liability for like defamation.
Oh my gosh, Adriano!
There you go.
Really thinking about that one. It was either that or cannabis.
Well, hold on. Wait.
Do it all.
Do you think? Wait. So, do you think that we can find some money to start Can we do a crowdsourcing?
Interesting. Yeah.
A crowdsourcing for Adriano's
me.
new.
Yeah.
A little fund me action.
No, we're going to get investors. We're going to get investors for you to start this company.
Oh, yeah.
Incrimination.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
Yeah. No, it's amazing how AI, even like ChatGPT's, I'm curious how it's going to affect hourly billing for attorneys.
It's never going to.
So
I've come down to that.
Like I said before, you can't let AI do all the work for you, review all the documents, and there's also attorney-client
Very true.
information that you can't throw into AI.
Very true.
So the hourly billing is not affected that much. However, the quality of the product, our product is our motions and briefs. The communication part, communicating what you want to say to the judge or to the jury or to opposing counsel or to whoever's your audience, is the effective, your communicating is much more effective
Oh, yeah.
than it was before.
Yeah.
Now it's helping you get that message across easier.
Yeah. You can even tell the personality of the judge and how the best way to communicate based on what I want to say.
What I've also been seeing a lot is a lot of pro se plaintiffs now, because they're using ChatGPT or Claude to draft their lawsuits.
That's very
true. Actually
true.
increases defense costs, because I have like 3 cases where there's pro se plaintiffs using, and you can tell they're using
Exactly. Yep.
Hyphen.
Oh, yeah.
So
The hyphens and the bold.
attorneys use italics and bolds to emphasize something, but the bold stuff, but those long hyphens all over the place is a hallmark of ChatGPT. You can spot it. Especially if you see someone on a pro se plaintiff just drafted perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Complaint, but you could tell.
Now we get the same on actually policyholders. If they become, if maybe there's some
Filing
contentiousness for some reason in the claim file, they'll start spewing off ChatGPT stuff.
It does increase offense costs and not just because now instead of filing one motion to dismiss, we're filing 2 or 3 or 4 and getting them granted. And then at the end of the day, what happens to that pro se plaintiff? The judge tells them, hey, either hire an attorney or I'm just going to dismiss it with prejudice. And with prejudice means you can't refile your case anymore.
Exactly.
So then they hire an attorney, and then that attorney goes, listen, you made so many mistakes.
Actually, I haven't thought of it like that.
To drop your lawsuit and refile it.
I haven't even thought of it.
Twice already with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even thought of it that way. Interesting.
Well, it's funny because let's say you're going to be proud of yourself for saving all this time using some type of artificial intelligence to come up with an output. Well, you do this output that should have taken, let's say, 6 hours of time, and you send it over, and you're so proud of it, and you've done it in 3 minutes. But now that requires the person receiving it to spend 2 hours reviewing it, right? So it takes more time to review it than it took to actually make it.
Yeah.
And then the review requires now another review. And then you just gave yourself quadruple work. So now you're using AI to interpret the review. So before you know it, it's AI versus AI.
Yeah.
To review information down to the one paragraph that it should have informally been to begin with, which is car A hit car B, ran red light,
Bada boom.
Bada boom. I am guilty. Charge me. Charge me, period. But instead we spent 6 hours of time back and forth letting AI determine down to the paragraph.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that, the other side of it, looking at it that way. How about AI with fraud, on the fraud side, with manipulating pictures and accidents and things like that?
I haven't tested that. I've heard of people using AI to, like, if you see online, you see a photograph of people are throwing it to Grok or some other cloud or whatever, ChatGPT, and they say, is this picture AI? And I don't know how accurate is it in identifying an AI photo, but I know there's some photos you see, or even videos, they look very polished.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell all this AI.
Yeah.
It's crazy. My son figures that out.
No, I mean,
because he's like, that commercial's AI. I'm like, no, those are freaking people, son.
It's the sixth finger
it's
that
AI.
tells you.
Is it?
AI has trouble with fingers.
The fingers?
They have trouble with
He saw a
fingers.
glitch or something. He's like, watch his mouth right here at the end of the commercial. I was like, I don't see anything. But I had to Google it. And sure enough, it was AI. These people were AI. And I was like, how do you even know that?
There are vendors that actually, that's their specialty. They'll look and tell you if it was an AI formulated
But that's
or not.
irrelevant still when you think about it, because it still comes down to the reference. Where did the video come from?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Did it
the metadata.
right. Did it come from a surveillance camera?
Yep.
Did it come from, your home? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
So at that point, you could have a video of anything, but was it from a deposition that, an officer of the court was able to verify happened?
Very true.
So we can come up with whatever we want, but is it truly discoverable and reliable? And that's what you need to go back to.
Yeah.
The true location and facts. Are you guys following the Nancy I know Adriana's rolling us
the murder Savannah Guthrie mom?
No. Lindsay
No, you're thinking of Clancy.
Lindsay Clancy, the one where she
Oh yeah, she was on a bunch of psych meds and she's got the sanity defense right now.
So there's
so many
it's
of
on
them.
day 7 of the trial.
It's sad.
It is so
Is this the
sad.
cruise ship lady?
No,
it's a different one.
so she's on trial for murdering her 3 children, and she attempted suicide afterwards. She slit her and jumped out of a
Yeah.
But hold on. I had a whole perspective on the case in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's a sensitive subject, I think, for most mothers because we're being triggered. We're all of a sudden remembering motherhood. No, it's true. It's true.
I know.
We suppress a lot of that. We just push through, and then all of a sudden it's like opening old wounds, and we're like, oh my gosh, I buried that feeling. But okay. So I felt for her. And then all of a sudden you're getting the facts about this case. And now the conspiracies that are coming out are wild, where they're saying her husband did it.
Really?
Yeah.
That not saying that she wasn't dealing with all of the things she was dealing with, but the actual case of her murdering her children and her dealing with herself. He was married 3 months after.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Do you know
married and then with another kid?
Oh,
really?
And there's a whole thing to unpack.
And he testified on her behalf. Maybe there's some guilt there.
It's a wild thing. But what's interesting, so this is where I guess I'll rope in AI, and I'll put in a plug for Esquire too while I'm at it.
Go for it.
So they're pulling all the medical records, right? And traditionally, a human being gets all these medical records. And so Esquire, we do record retrieval. And then they have to put them in chronological order and analyze them and make sense of all of this information. Like, okay, this person went to this hospital and got these x-rays. And, you're just looking at it at face value. But when you can put it in true chronological order and analyze it, which Esquire now does, but we do it through AI, where we have all the records. And then we just essentially make sense of it and put it in order. And then you look at this timeline of, first off, she called 911 52 times within 2 weeks before the children.
She had severe postpartum. She was on a multitude of psychotic accusations.
And 5, 3, and newborn, or 5,
newborn.
She strangled them with exercise bands.
So, but that's again that we don't really.
I was going to say though, do you know to speed up the trial? I don't know if you read it yesterday. They're not even going to go that she already admits. She's saying I admitted that I killed them. I don't have to go there. But I know the conspiracy.
But right, so she's admitting to it. But when they found her body, she woke up 6 days later, coming out of this like coma. She wasn't sure what happened. She was told what she did.
That's insane.
And so they were like, "You murdered your 3 children." She's like, "Oh my god!"
Maybe brainwashed a little bit.
Yeah, right.
That sucks to wake up to.
And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this!" Right? Like, wow.
Yeah.
And then they're going through her diaries, and none of her diaries show that she wants to hurt. She is afraid that her children are in danger, and that she is in danger.
She's seeking help. She's seeking help. My opinion is, I feel like the system failed her.
Oh, absolutely. And the doctors over medicated her.
Part of it is a real.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And advocate between that, the postpartum, and just the system failure. I think just
the system. And if you like, the day before, the husband testified that she told him that she was concerned for herself and that she was in danger for herself. And then he's like, okay, babe, I'm going to go on a skiing trip. Like,
yeah, that's right.
Like, sure. Like, I'm going to go to New York, which ironically his new wife is from.
Interesting.
Like I said, I don't.
Wow. That's crazy.
Whatever the reasoning, the logic, the whole thing, there are true points out of it. She did suffer from postpartum, for sure.
Absolutely.
And her 3 children are no longer here, for sure. And there are 2 parents left without these humans on this planet, for sure. And that is tragic. But again, that's why we all have our jobs here. Like, everyone at this table has a job because of these circumstances where we're trying to make sense of a bad situation and try to come up with like the best outcome out of it. You know, like, okay, a storm came and it blew the roof off. Yeah. Sure, maybe there were 5 shingles already missing prior to this. Maybe there was some vulnerability on the structure of the home. Like, all of those things can be real, but at the end of the day, the person does not have a house now. And they're homeless, and, you know, whatever the scenario is, they're out of work. Or so I think in insurance, we're all just trying to make the best out of the worst.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
On all sides, plaintiff, defense, the insurance company, the claimant, everybody, we all just want the best outcome for everyone. And I think in insurance, there is no winner. I think that everyone's going to have to give up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Everyone just has to give a little bit.
I would agree with that.
And you have to take it as a win if you got any positivity or good outcome out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You always want to make the homeowner whole and, you know, pay what you owe all the time. Unfortunately, there's nefarious characters and businesses out there that take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And some plaintiff attorneys.
Well, so we were at the FIFEC conference, Adriano and I, which I realized he didn't really like get to introduce himself and like what he does, but I guess he could come do that after I say this. We were at the FIFEC conference and he went to interview people and he wanted to learn more about investigation because in his journey, he's trying to understand insurance, right? Yeah. He says, I'm thinking of being a broker, but I really want to understand the whole picture. Like, what does an underwriter do? What does an actuary do? Mm-hmm. What does an investigator do? What does a claim executive? Like, I want to know all the rules. So he was interviewing investigators and he was hearing all the crazy stories of, you know, ex-FBI agents that are in on stuff and like jewelry insurance. And I mean, you name it.
Anything to make $1.
There's insurance for everything. And now that Adriano just mentioned, this is genius. I'm sure it exists, but if not, we're going to do a crowdsourcing so he can start his own brokerage on insuring AI, LL, like large language model organizations. Yeah. But no, Adriano, why don't you tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your goal is. What's your goal in life right now? Like, what?
Figured that out.
Give us your life plan.
Yeah. Your 17-year-old life plan.
So I'm Adriano Garavito. I'm the brand ambassador for Invest.
Tell us about what is Invest?
Invest is a national non-for-profit that basically just pushes, young professionals into the insurance industry. Mm-hmm. Kind of just saying like, this is an open field.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you can do in an insurance business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the brand ambassador. And as well as that, I have my own social media page on LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. I got to get up on YouTube too. But it's called The Humans of Insurance, where I go around interviewing just the humans in the insurance industry. Yeah. I could be anyone that just started. And they're, an investigator, the social media investigator, to someone who's a chief claims officer at Allstate.
Yeah, excellent. No, I think it's an excellent idea. It opens, especially for college students graduating and knowing they can get into this field. I mean, you go from investigators to, like you said, actuary, underwriting, fraud investigations, lawyers, marketing, HR. You run a gambit in the insurance field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And long-lasting career is always going to be, insurance. And, you know, you can make some decent money out of that.
Well, that was his big question. That's what he was trying to figure out, who makes the most money.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
I'm broke. But I also have 5 people I feed. So,
you know, as I'm growing up, everyone talks about one thing. Like, everyone's talking about the same thing in high school. Like, oh, I'm going to make this amount of money. I want to get the M4 comp. I want to get this. I want to get that. I'm like, dude, how are you going to get any of that? You know?
Yeah, with no job, no career.
Money gets money.
I'm like, you're working at Whole Foods. Like, what makes you think you're going to get an M4 comp?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And I'm saying here, like, okay, everyone's talking about the same thing. Getting rich.
How?
Yeah.
Rich.
Oh, of course. And they usually want it right away with not much work,
so
right?
It's either, you know, starting clothing brands, or everyone's starting something, a power washing business. And the trades, like a lot of kids I know, they're starting to trade.
The trades are being pushed so hard right now. That's it. I have another conspiracy thing on that.
Oh, really?
I've got a big one on it.
Okay.
But I mean, just a bunch of kids are just starting up new little startups. But I'm like, what could I get paid on? It's like, I gotta do a lot, but it's like, where can I make the most money and have the most fun?
Yep.
Like, where am I gonna get that?
Yep.
He's a social kid too.
I gotta start my own thing. So as obviously the AI one, that's what I've been thinking about. But it's a huge thing right now. It's getting pushed. It's like weed. Weed is getting legalized all over America as weed is getting legalized.
A lot of money to be made.
People are like, well, I'm just gonna open my own dispensary. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
These companies need insurance.
Yep.
Why not start my own insurance company?
Very smart, man.
You know what I mean? Or, you know, something about it.
what was I thought there was some kind of big pushback. Trump is going to outlaw the loophole with Delta 8.
The Delta 8s and all that stuff.
And then there's some more restrictions he's putting out on.
He might talk about it.
No, I'm not like crazy into weed. I just see a market.
Oh yeah,
and then, well, we were also talking about peptides, because that's another, you know, hormone. All the different medical facilities that are being pushed that aren't traditional.
Like testosterone injections.
Listen, I competed in bodybuilding for years, and I grew up powerlifting and all of that. I'm emaciated at the moment, but I promise you, I have evidence of it. He's not on anything.
I'm on creatine.
He's
straight up.
You know what? I just found out that my brother is so extreme. I've taken 5 grams of creatine every day of my life for the last 30 years. My dad had me taking it as a 5-year-old. My brother, he tells me the other day he takes 20 grams of creatine a day. Yeah. I was like,
so he was muscle guy?
No, not really. I was
really. He's laughing.
No. My
20 grams.
20 grams. I was like, Mike. Yeah, I was like, Mike. Probably you would lose 20 pounds tomorrow if you just.
Yeah, because it's all water weight.
It's all water. Well, I mean, it's a water weight. Yeah, it helps your muscles build.
It helps your muscles
recover.
That's what rips the muscle. All that water in the muscle, when you work out, it rips it, makes the muscle bigger. But it's a lot of.
I don't do weights. I just run. I run miles and miles and miles every morning.
No, and that is a form of exercise. But if you want muscle, you need to stop the cardio, hon.
Yeah.
No. There was a day when I was very large. And
really?
College. But you know what my highest bench press was? 425.
Man.
I was a monster.
So you got a chest in you.
I'll show you some pictures.
You got a chest in you, and so dial down the cardio. Honestly.
No, I want cardio. I don't want a muscle.
I know.
I love running.
I know you do, but it's a drug that's not gonna keep you alive.
What?
It's a drug that's not gonna keep you alive for long.
I'm gonna ask AI.
Listen,
I started running to stay alive.
No, I know what you're saying. I ran cross country my whole life. I did track. I did all the things, right? The truth is your muscle mass is your vitality. And if you're running, you're breaking down. When are you giving yourself a chance to build and retain your muscular system? Think about the organs that are part of your muscular system, right? So your heart, right? If you are not training your muscular system to function,
it gets worse when you get older.
It gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So right now, your cardiovascular system is going, but you want a little bit more of a balance, right?
Yeah.
So dial down
push-ups. Is that what?
No, that's not. That's still kind of like cardio because you want to push yourself to tell your muscle that there's going to be a load and tension. So it needs to essentially be bigger,
Right.
like surface area to volume ratio, to be able to sustain that mass and push that mass.
So you could tell she was a bodybuilder in the past.
No, I can get the science of it.
I'm gonna have to look at. Actually, you talk about longevity. I just there's this big study. My wife actually brought it over to me. Is your grip strength?
Yeah. Well,
and it tells,
we talked about this.
I forgot to bring it, so my wife comes over to me and she's like having the whole family do this thing that she bought. It was like $100 something. It tells you your grip strength and all that, and then it shows your longevity. So she gives it to everybody. Somehow. And we all do it, and and then I squeeze it, and I think I think I see it was like 165 pounds, which is like unbelievable. And I'm supposed to live till like I'm like 95, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But have y'all heard anything about this grip strength and telling the longevity? Yeah, and you got to grab it and hold it, and then it gives you your.
It's a good correlation.
Really,
I don't think so. There is a correlation, but I don't necessarily think it's the root of it. I think
that's weird though. Your grip strength tells
No, it's not weird. It makes sense because think of the muscles that are involved in that and what that pulls back to. So if you deadlift, if you squat, if you bench press, like you're using all of your forearm strength, your hands, your grip, etc. So that correlates. But if you're just going off of grip strength, that's not a good indicator of your longevity. I don't think.
So you still only got 5 years left, dude.
No, but I think the foundation as a child that you lifted weights is huge.
Yeah.
Because just like fat cells, once you build fat cells, they don't go away. Sorry, they just get a little bit smaller.
Just waiting.
Yeah, no, they wait around. Now, after like 7 years and you do like a turnover regeneration, then if they weren't utilized, they'll die off. So you have to wait a long time to not like be prone to getting fat again. Muscle mass is the same way. Like once you build muscle tissue and fiber and cells, they don't just like disappear when you don't use them. They do get smaller because they're not being stimulated and the blood flow isn't going to them because you're not getting that pump.
Yep.
But if you lifted your whole life, like you said, and then you stop, and then you start again, you're Gucci, man. All you're going to do is start reflowing.
I had a slack injury. So they had to replace this tendon in my wrist from gripping too big with dumbbell. And then they took a bone out. But I was in a cast for 8 months almost because I had to have 2 surgeries for it. So I lost almost like a year and a half. I couldn't work out. Lost all muscle tone and everything. I just started like 3 weeks ago, and I was surprised how
it started to come back. Absolutely, because it never really went away.
But it comes back quick.
It never really went away.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
interesting.
pumped. It's like, people that drink alcohol, their liver is being utilized in a certain way, and then you stop. Like if I've never drank before, my liver has never had to work that hard, but if I started drinking, it's going to start working. So your organs don't just disappear, just like your muscles don't just disappear. They're just not being utilized or maximized. So
that makes sense.
You have all the same thing.
It's true.
Just like you have abs,
Everybody has
in there.
We all have them. Yep. It's just, are they being utilized? Is there a pump there?
Yep.
Do you have fat?
The fat layer, that's the problem, right?
Right. And So, you want to be able to look into that.
I'm going to start working out anyway. That's good.
But even if you want to do heavyweight, do lightweight. As I got older, I'm not doing heavyweight.
My son, he's going to start. He starts tackle football, so I told him we're going to start doing some workouts together. So
build that foundation.
That'll be good. Get that started again.
Yeah, this is that motivation for you that you needed. Dial back the cardio. If you usually do what? How much you do a day?
For like about 15 years now, I've woken up at 5 or 3 in the morning, and I run probably 3 miles every single morning. I have to. I wake up and I have to run.
Well, I get it.
It's his ADD.
It is. I get it. That's just your cortisol.
But that's never going away. I will never.
You say that, but I'm telling you, I was an avid runner, and now I'm an avid walker. My family hates that I do that because I have the same thing. It's like I have this built up and I need to like let it. It sucks. I grew up feeling like I need to just run, and I used
need to
run.
move 24/7.
But if you
That's
start
true.
lifting, if you do lift, that drive will kind of tinker down a little bit. I'm not lifting right now, which is why my walking desire has increased. But I just had surgery, so I'm going through that too, like you. But I got back in the gym a little bit. I've been going like once a week, doing a little leg day. It's humbling to be out of it and then come back in.
Used to run the gym, now going in, I'm like,
you're like, oh wow.
And then if you stop for a while, then trying to get back into it, no matter how avid it takes a while to get back in that groove again. At least I found that for me.
It is.
I mean,
it's with everything.
The motivation to get up and do it. Where
but
back
once
in
you
the day,
get
it was
past
bang,
that,
bang, bang.
stop.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You're stuck.
No, exactly.
I'm curious how that all plays a role now that we have all this evidence with like recovery and whatnot. Like people are very focused on that with injuries. You guys are going into the auto space now, so you're going to be dealing with some BI stuff. The case that, now I'm injured and I can't go back to work ever again. But now there's studies that like people do recover faster than we thought.
Well, look at
you just have to have the will.
Like hip surgeries. Remember back in the day, if your at least for me, your grandmother broke a hip when she fell down. Usually a death sentence.
Yeah.
Now you get both hips done within 3 weeks. They have you up walking out of the bed and a half an hour. Huh?
I said, that's good to know.
Yeah, seriously. So all surgeries, it's interesting. You're not in that sedentary sitting in bed all day.
They're pushing you to move immediately.
Even like heart surgeries and things like that. They're
It's all of a sudden now.
Yeah.
Or my uncle had heart surgery. Look at the scar. It's thick and long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A little line. It's like a pen.
Yeah.
Down the chest. I'm like, this is.
Little robots.
You don't have that Frankenstein scar anymore.
Little robots.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm a little scarred up myself from all my surgeries.
But back to Adriana for a minute, because I wanted to say something you were talking. You get into any kind of recruiting on that in that thing? I think that you recruiting young people like that because you like talking with people, you like networking and things like that.
Yeah, he's trying to attract young people to come into insurance. So he's trying to tell them about the internship. You guys have an internship program. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to tell everyone, there's internship programs at insurance companies and, they're high. But here's the thing. Everyone says, I want to hire young talent, but I want them to have experience. How does that work? How do you hire an inexperienced person with experience?
Yeah,
that's what
doesn't make sense.
They're asking Adriano. They're saying like, I want to get a job in insurance. How do we do it? Adriano's like, yeah. Oh, wait.
You gotta have like 3 internships. You gotta be a brand ambassador. You gotta do a bunch of stuff. But I really don't think it's that hard as long as you're like just pushing. Like you want to go into insurance, like someone will like swoop you up.
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there.
Yeah, it's a character thing. I mean, that's the way I
literally hired our claims intern just yesterday. She just graduated from UF, actually. Has really no practical experience. She did her internship and things like that, but they're having difficulty placing her. And I put her in my SIU because now I'm going to have her go because we deal with marketing, we deal with underwriting, we deal with the agent side, I deal with the claims side. And internal fraud, stuff like that. So I'm going to utilize her and get her in front of everything and let her find her way. But exactly what you said is like putting yourself out there and someone's going to swoop you up.
Yeah, it's like just like right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. Just try to talk to everyone, just meet people, create my network of people and see how I can succeed and make money with everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, if you're especially like I always tell you the kids, because some of my daughter's boyfriends that come up, even the ex ones, told them, they were like, you make good money, you got a nice house, I want to do what you do. What do you do? And I'm like, well, I started out as an adjuster. How do I do that? And I'm like, well, you do blah, blah, blah. And they were like, can we just hop into it? And I'm like, well, you can't really hop into it. So I always gave them advice. I'm like, well, if you're something you want to do, man, you can get that online stability training, right? Yeah. You can get that. You can look at it getting an AIC. You can take those courses on the side and get some of those credentials, which shows your kind of your motivation to
get your adjuster's license.
Little things.
When I'm 18, I'm going to get 2 things. I want to get my license to sell insurance, either if that's life insurance, whatever insurance I sell. And then also
The adjuster's license?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's the AIC and the AINS.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, CPC and
CPCU is-
CPCU is like the
It's great.
the kiddies,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
top. But to become a broker, what's the license? AINS?
Is
No.
that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
We have to Google it.
I just know it's the all lines for adjusters. So.
Yeah, 620 for that.
Yeah,
Wait, so what is
620.
okay? So let's say, for example, right now he turns 18
Mhm.
in a month. What's
All right.
Congrats.
happy birthday?
Yeah. Happy birthday. Big 1.8.
Yeah.
Michelle was 1.8.
So what license should he get to be
for an agent, you would do it's a totally different
not an
license, right?
agent to be an adjuster?
620.
620 all lines.
That's easy. That's
620
easy.
all.
Yeah. And even if you don't become an adjuster, that gives you the
just good to have-
foundation.
It's
and
good
you
to
put it on
have-
your resume.
And just
It's a resume
re-up it up. What, every 2 years you got to take your 50 credits?
Yeah.
I
You
think it's
got to do
every
the
2
4
years.
hours of law and ethics.
How long does it take to do this?
And you could take a class.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
40
could do a week
40 hour
class.
course.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not difficult. Yeah. And
so
then
you
there's
could
other
do that
courses.
immediately at
Oh
18.
yeah, I would definitely recommend.
Man, if a kid came in and said, I don't have any experience, but I got my adjuster's license, I'd be like, well, that's experience, son.
And not only
Yeah.
that, once you get it, to keep up with the accreditation, you're doing those CE classes, so you're learning more about it. So you can list all those in your
Yeah.
resume and things like that.
And I don't like you guys aren't brokers, right?
No.
Yeah. Would you guys
They deal with brokers.
I'm adjusters.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah,
all that? Like,
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good job, I guess.
yeah. If you like that, yeah. and there's
Who
money to be
makes
made
the
on that.
most money in an insurance company?
I don't know. I
The
mean,
owner of the insurance company.
I can't say our salary because we have people.
Wouldn't you be surprised? That,
Yes.
Because everyone's being told either the actuary or the brokers.
I mean, the brokers, it just depends on your book of business, right? I mean,
How good of a salesperson you are.
Yeah, that's-
exactly.
that's for
And then
sure.
who you doing business with and what your cut on that business or that book that you're writing.
Yeah.
There's independents that are straight up independent brokers and they inherit a book or they buy a book. Well, it's just like overhead for your student loans. You got to pay that off, right? Because
Yeah.
you bought the book and it takes
Then
time to work
there's
your
the
way out.
captive brokers
Yep.
and
And the
Yeah.
exclusive brokers that we have, like
Yeah,
with
we're very
Tower
nice
Hill,
with
they
our
just write
brokers.
that.
Yeah.
so like you can work for just one insurance company and only sell their product,
Mhm.
or you could be a broker and sell
Everybody.
anybody's.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible until like
Yeah.
I've seen the capital. to
Yeah.
start an insurance company.
You could definitely. That's one of the better ways to do it.
But
Yeah,
then-
I've
But
looked
at the end
into
of the
doing
day,
it too. So
you
I
know,
mean,
Chasing money is
Yeah.
fine. You can make money in any role in insurance.
you will make the
Even if you
most money
started
with
as a
something you
job-
love.
I started as an SIU investigator, and now I'm over subrogation, claims systems, claims operations, SIU. You just keep on moving up and never put yourself out there.
That's
and
what
be
I
you,
did.
and that's what it is. Never be afraid to ask a question.
No, I'm never afraid to ask.
I could tell that.
He interned with us. He's
Wait, I need to hear. Yeah, I need to hear about this.
very nice kid. First time I don't know, I think it was like a month or 2 months ago.
Yeah, actually, that's what
Very genuine when he talks to you.
Yeah.
And really when he asks you like, hey, what do you do? It's like he really wants to know. So he's not just doing it to like
Wait, I need to show evidence to my husband. All right, tell me about
you
my
have a
son.
great, very, very social, very nice kid, and what I've noticed first was he's very genuine.
Yep.
Every time he comes talk to you, he actually means it when he asks, hey, what do you do? Like, I want to learn about your business and so on and so forth. It comes from a very genuine place.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that you can't fake.
No, it's got to be inherent.
So that's one thing.
It's gotta be
So
inherent in
very,
you.
Like, they right off the bat, like, very memorable.
Yep.
I remembered him.
That's exactly right.
So that's what, like, and you want to talk with him because he wants to talk with you.
And he's interested in hearing what you say, not just
Exactly.
listening to it.
And he's not just like, he's truly interested.
Right.
He's not taking the interest to
Right.
business from you.
Right.
So that's one thing that I noticed straight off the back of him, and it continued to show every time I talk to him.
Yeah.
And even on his last day, if you would say bye, and I didn't know it was last day, I'm like, hey, it's not, here you go.
But it wasn't really his last day.
And I wanted to, because we had a trial coming up in October that actually ended up getting pushed back to February. But when he first started, I was about to get into like very deep into the trial prep. And I was like, just come to my office.
Yeah.
And I'll get you involved.
And that's how you get exposure.
Yeah.
Get exposed to everything.
He could still go.
Yeah.
If he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
always invited.
Yeah.
I love having interns. I love being mentored to young attorneys or aspiring attorneys. As long as they put in that effort and wanting to be there. If you
Yeah.
don't want to be there, then you know what?
Yeah.
Put in my time.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that like I noticed right off the bat. And I was like, you know what? If you want to come and join in the trial prep and get exposed to it, that not a lot of interns do get exposure to that. It'll be a good thing. But his internship was short because I guess he starts school now.
Even
when he comes back.
Even law school.
Yeah.
My daughter just graduated from law school. Just
Where?
took the bar
From where?
last week, Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
And she got a offer from Broward State Attorney. She wants to litigate, so she wants to cut her chops for a couple years in there. Yep.
You key trials.
Yeah.
good
in the beginning
experience.
for those are poor. I mean, poor for being an attorney. I think they're going to start at like $80K now at Broward.
Yeah. But
Back in the day, it was like 15,000.
yeah. I guess it was like 35.
Yeah.
And then the way they'll get you in, I was like, hey, we'll forgive your loans.
Exactly right.
When every attorney coming out wants to say, I just want to start making money.
Yeah.
Make money quick.
That's exactly another reason why she wants to stay.
I like to talk and give myself advice. I'll say, hey, other defendants off.
Get the experience. Get the experience.
A lot of cases don't go to trial. They're going more to trial now since the tort reform. And not the tort reform, now the Florida Supreme Court is pushing judges to push their cases to finality. So before is if you wanted to get a trial continued, which is just get it rescheduled, they will grant it.
Yep.
No reason.
Yeah, exactly. We're experiencing that. A bunch of them.
The judges are like, listen, this case is 3 years or older. I got to write a report to the Florida Supreme Court as to why this case is floating around.
Yep.
And they don't want to do that.
Yep. Exactly.
Now they're taking the statistics of those judges and how many cases they're pushing to the ending. So now the judges are like, listen, you have to have real good costs to get this continued. You had a pre-planned, pre-papification or some medical emergency with your client or some other good reason why you should get this case continued. And if you try to move for a continuance and you don't have that good cause, you can be sanctioned.
Oh, yeah.
Just for requesting.
Yep. Exactly.
So, yes.
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah. So more cases are going to trial now, which is good for attorneys. It's better to get an understanding how to litigate a case, prepare a case for trial. And it serves better to the insured, to insurance companies, all around.
Yeah.
It serves the clients better.
Yeah.
I think experience is so important. And it's funny because in the United States, we are so bizarre. We're like the Hunger Games. We live in the Capitol. Okay. And everyone, we really are. We're out of control.
That makes sense.
We're out of control. But we look at kids as like these little machines that we want them to be, these football athletes and these baseball kids, and we're doing travel. We spend thousands of dollars our whole lives, every weekend of our lives, every weekday. We're rushing people with the snacks and the food and the meal prep to take them to ballet and baseball and football and soccer and all this stuff. And then they graduate high school, and then their whole goal is, I'm going to get this scholarship. Yeah. I'm going to get this scholarship. And what does that even mean? What, you're going to get a $5,000 check towards college, which you're not even prepared for, because all those years, instead of focusing on your academics, you focused on your physical abilities. And then you go into college, you're completely just like, whoa, what's this? And then you're upset because now the rest of your life is work, when your whole first life was soccer.
That's true.
In some weird rec league. And I'm like, we've got it all backwards, right now. If you say my goal is to get into Harvard, you do nothing to get into Harvard, right? And then you apply. But if your goal is to get in for soccer, parents are willing to put in the work, the money, the energy
I see what you're saying.
To invest in their kid to get into soccer, right? So I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So my daughter says, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Instead of me ignoring that and waiting till she's 18 that she goes and applies, I was like, well, what are things that you can enrich on now? So
Smart.
she just spent the summer at Cornell in the law program, in the international debate and law program.
Nice.
She's 12 years old.
Wow.
And she just spent the summer in Cornell, and she was debating with international students and all this. And to your point, learning not to litigate, but to defend her side. And, you don't get to choose. And it was all on AI, by the way. It was, a lot of the prompts were focused to medical diagnoses with utilizing AI, like for it, against it, things like that.
It's a hot topic item.
It's a hot topic item, which
Every conference you go to, it's
Right.
what it's about.
No, but it needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, she's 12. She's starting to get this exposure now. She's learning communication skills that we're being told kids lack. So I think in my mind, I need to invest in that portion of her life, because if that's how she's going to spend the remainder of her life working,
Mm-hmm.
then we put our money where our mouth is, instead of just like, oh, we're going to do wrestling and baseball and
That's a different perspective. I've never thought of it like
those
that.
are things that we need to do to stay alive, for sure. But
No, it's a good point.
And then what are the chances of even making it professionally? You know, if we
Don't
dump
listen.
all that money in there.
Don't listen
Yeah.
to him, Colton. Tune out, Colton.
Where the NFL was like 1%.
Oh, yeah.
2%, I forget what it is. All college football players who actually make it to the NFL. So, and people don't tell you that. They just see the ones who make it and go, I want to be that, which is great. But then if you put all your balls in that basket, then
it needs to be an extracurricular. It needs to be treated like an extracurricular and not a primary.
Yeah.
have that backup.
Yeah.
And another passion.
Don't even call it a backup.
Yeah, no, just another passion, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's difficult. Well, think of it. There's only 32 NFL quarterbacks that have a full-time job doing that in the world. So talk about a hard job to get. Right.
But think about how many lawyers there are.
Right. Yeah.
Because we need them, or engineers, or, I mean, geez, we need claims adjusters, we need underwriters. There are so many careers that pay you actually more than the athlete.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not with nil nowadays. The name, image, and likeness. That's crazy.
People don't realize that.
Yep, there's no doubt. Or they don't want to do the 6th year in college because they're making $1 million in a nil. They know they're not going to get it in the. Look at Schroeder Sanders. I've used the sports analogy, but he made more money when he was in college because of his nil program than he did as a quarterback in the NFL. As a college kid, it's crazy.
Well, being an entrepreneur, it's not for the weak, though. You know, that's another dream that people love to pursue, which is another good brokerage idea as well for like entrepreneurial type of business insurance and whatnot. A lot of failed businesses.
But that's okay. And failure, you learn things from failure.
I mean, Trump. How many times did Trump fail?
Exactly. Yep.
Like 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he failed last week too, a couple times.
Listen, we all no, but the failure is great. To your point, as long as you
learn from it.
You're
and
learning
you
from it.
Get yourself up, dust yourself off, and go back at it again.
That's the biggest.
That's the best way to put it. Failure is great because that's where you learn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
You can either suffer and not do anything and crawl into a hole, or you learn from it and make yourself better.
A quick bad decision outweighs a long, drawn out good decision, because
I've read that before.
Time is money, babe.
Yeah.
Time is money.
That's probably why I succeed then, because that's always
you
quick,
quick. No, we just do things. Just pull the trigger, just do it, just do it. And if that didn't work out, then okay, we pivot, and now you've got a Rolodex of experiences, and you know the right answer now, or at least a better answer than paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
And I think insurance needs to focus on that, because insurance, I think, takes a long time.
Yeah.
And if they just sped things up.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Claim turnaround time.
That's a measure we always have our fingers on. Time to first payment, time to closure. It's time and process.
We do not take our time in the cat world.
Well,
Turn and burn. Go.
Tower Hill is like, you guys are machines. And you know what? I guess I didn't realize how big you actually are. How many policyholders do you have?
We have just less than 500,000 policy owners in Florida.
In Florida. Yeah. I'm saying as a whole.
Oh,
outside of that, you got to add in all the states. Probably got another 150, 200,000 policies outside,
Texas
right?
is the next state, right?
Yeah.
And that's
our next biggest state. So we're probably at about 550. So our Tower Hill specialty book is building. It was organic. We didn't buy our books of business.
Okay.
So we just grew it organically. And so Texas, I think we have about 50, 60,000. Is it more than that now? Yeah. So that's our next big build.
And then where are you going to focus the auto?
It's going to be only in Florida first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the claims. Oh,
that's no
the
fault
claims.
That's easy.
And the only good thing is it's, we're only allowing a really good agents to sell it, and it's only, you have to have the homeowner's property to have it. So
I was going to say, David's probably like, yes, write policies in Florida.
Yeah.
Celia Alexander will help you when all these claims come in.
No, that's right. You do auto defense,
Yeah,
right?
we do auto defense.
Yeah.
We do auto premises. We do the couple association.
We'll get you in front of. We got to get him in front of client Ken.
Yeah.
See if we can bring you in.
Ken's got a.
Yeah, get with Ken.
Ken's a good dude. Do you know anybody from Tower Hill, like Lincoln, Boulevard, or yeah?
No, this was the introduction here. It just serendipitously.
Oh, it gets much better. We're your introduction. It gets way more professional than us.
So so what you do at Esquire. So looking ahead 5 years from now, where do you see depositions and testimony, things like that going?
So it's interesting because in a traditional deposition, right, you're sitting in a room exactly like we are, and there's someone capturing exactly what person A said, what person B said, etc. And you're using your typical human skills. Well, now we do things remotely. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
COVID.
So now instead of this experience, we're doing this where we're looking into a computer screen.
Totally different.
It's that in itself became a whole new human interaction. But now we've gotten comfortable with that, right? And there's a new professional acumen and social acumen associated with that, and we're comfortable. So now we take it another step. You see what you're saying as you're saying it.
Yeah.
That's weird, right? It's not natural or intuitive. So that's a new transition we're currently going through. Because, for example, I spoke with my husband the other day. He was trying to reiterate what I said, and then I was reiterating what he said, and he's like, "No, you just said this," and then he's correcting me, and I'm correcting him, and then he's almost like, "Alexa, like record our conversation so we can go back."
Oh, it's genius! Actually,
whatever. like AI, like tell us who, what we said and the tone and demeanor and all that. But I'm in all these trainings for these depositions with the speech to text going on simultaneously. And I'm talking and I'm realizing, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. No.
Yeah.
And I'm yelling at the AI screen, but the truth is that is what I said.
Oh, as you read it or how it's interpreted, you mean?
No. What I actually said.
Oh, okay.
Your brain is so unaware of the words that come out of your mouth until you've been a practicing attorney that you focus on the words that come out of your mouth.
That's true.
And professionals that actually do EUOs, investigators, attorneys that do depositions, you're more aware, right? But now when you're seeing what you're saying, when you're saying it really is another element where you kind of trip out. And then being able to go, wait, that person just said blue car. So when you read blue car as they say blue car, that's stimulating your brain psychologically in a different way as well. So now they continue on the deposition and then they mention a red car or something like that. And then you go, wait a second. I could have sworn they said blue car. I remember seeing blue car. And then you can go back and search during the deposition, type that in. Blue, red, and it pulls back up in that transcript of where they said red or blue. And while the questions are happening, you can start to really navigate this. And maybe not you, because maybe you're in the game, right? Maybe you're really focused in. But you have a second chair that's sitting in on the video call that's doing this background kind of keyword searching. So technology in that aspect, it's not that it's doing anything for you. It's just psychologically opening up another portal in how you operate. So that's what's going on right now. I think 5 years down the road, that's crazy to even think, like, who knows? But I think that we're going to be able to
holograms.
No, I think at some point you become overstimulated because there's only so much.
Absolutely.
Like, there's so much footage of YouTube that one human could never watch it, even at 10x, right? You could speed up an audiobook, right? But you still can't humanly process
interpret it,
right? So there's human elements that we can't go past. But where technology can help us and where we're going to see the court reporting space with depositions and whatnot, I think it's more just like the enhancements. And it's not going to happen all at once because your body really does need time to digest it and process it, because otherwise we get this like fatigue, like decision fatigue and stimulation fatigue, where you're almost like seasick when too much is happening at once, and you're overwhelmed. So I think the little bit of exposure that we're starting to get, like, you see what you're saying as you're saying it, maybe you shut that down. Like you can close out that little
compartmentalize it.
Right. And not focus on it and be in the moment. But at least after the fact, you can log on and see all of that and keyword search throughout it, where the transcript itself is going to be the verbatim and the record, which is super important. We see that with all these cases and trials. But being able to analyze and work through it with your adjuster and share clips and edits. And then, if you want to take it one step further with the analysis of it and the interpretation of it, I think interpretation is complicated because it's subjective. Anything subjective, it's going to be up to, whatever. So you've got to focus on the objective things and tools that technology can provide. And Esquire is doing so much to invest in ways that technology can help that. So again, the speech to text diarization, the clipping, the sharing, making things easier so that you're not exporting a whole transcript, uploading it to another thing, summarizing it there, taking that summarization, exporting it, uploading it into another. You don't want to do any of that. That's compromising the integrity of the security and all that at that point. So if you take the deposition and then you just from there summarize the deposition from there, like it's all safeguarded in one repository. And, I think the security aspect of where we're at is really important as well. Again, ChatGPT, you don't want an attorney taking the deposition, the transcript, and just uploading it to ChatGPT, which they're doing to summarize their deposition. So Esquire, that's why we have summarizations that
closed
it's
platform.
Closed. It's not aggregating any other information. It is actually hyperlinking back to the original transcript, and it's isolated only on that transcript. It's not getting any more intelligent. It's not getting smarter each deposition. It's black and white, every deposition, taking just that information. So, 5 years from now, I think we're just going to improve on those things. And then again, add in little simplifiers where maybe you can chat within it and ask questions to it.
I was going to get to that, like during a deposition or something. Isn't there technology as answering, you can have AI as it's transcribing, like actually pose a question? Well, there was a contrasting statement, 2 statements here. This might be a good question to ask.
So, okay, that technology does exist, and that is being utilized as an embedding additional source that a lot of plaintiffs are using. Insurance defense firms are kind of behind the ball. Like the reptilian method is big on the plaintiff side. They're using these little bots where they're plugging them in, and it's helping them present questions as they're going. But you have to imagine, Esquire, we're a neutral party. We are not supposed to be helping anyone.
Right.
There is no help. What we're trying to do is, again, increase the efficiency of the communication for the participants asking the questions. But we're in no means trying to help determine if someone is guilty or not, or right or wrong. We're just helping you search within. Now, that technology is, again, suggestive. It's not
right.
It's suggesting towards something that you still have to make a final decision on. And we are working on that type of technology as well, but not to be used in conjunction with the deposition and be associated with that deposition, because our our job in that moment is the sanctity of the record, not the individual.
Right.
So our goal is to make sure that what was said, period. And who said it.
That's exactly right.
And anything beyond that would compromise the sanctity of the record. So are we working on other technologies that Esquire can provide as a service? Absolutely. And I think we're very ahead of the game, but in conjunction with the deposition itself, no. If we're providing court reporter, a digital reporter, any professional to capture the record, that is the job, and that's it. And it's isolated outside of the other things that might support an individual, like, being a second chair, witness prep, things like that, which we also provide. We provide trial prep services, but again, that's separate from the actual deposition itself, or the EUO.
Or the EUO, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Dude, we're at 100.
Nice.
Hour 10 minutes real quick, so we can wrap this up if you want.
Did we have a theme? I think we had ADHD. Is what we had.
And once I do it, I'll always think of some. I have to re-listen and edit the whole thing and do the.
We have a good marketing person called Gretchen. I don't remember her last name, but she might reach out to you to tag you guys in.
I love that.
And different things, or LinkedIn and things like that, and we'll post them on there. So we'll have her reach out to you. But no, we really appreciate your time. Yes. It was a great conversation. You're an interesting young man. You're going to do well in life. So listen. That's right. Yeah, we got time. No problem at all.
No, I got to turn the page first, though. Yeah. I drank too much water.
You guys got to go take more Adderall first.
It's funny. His interviews literally take 30 seconds.
I love it.
I've watched the ones on your LinkedIn. I think it is page. I've seen them.
They're quick. It's just because that's
quick hits.
Quick hits.
Quick hits. I love it. Yeah. Well, I guess on to the next. We'll do our interview, but I appreciate y'all listening out there. Y'all be safe, and we will catch you on the flip next week.
Peace.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bluegrass Insurance Management. Bluegrass is a cohesive team of professionals with decades of experience in nearly all aspects of insurance services. A team with a singular purpose of providing excellent service and a personnel to work alongside your company to confront the challenges of our industry. If you want to be boots on the ground ready, turn to Bluegrass Insurance Management. www.bluegrassim.com. You can also find them on Facebook and LinkedIn under Bluegrass Insurance Management, or on X, aka Twitter, at BluegrassIM. Bluegrass, boots on the ground ready.